Yo, what's up YouTube? What's going on today? Welcome back to the channel. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 5 has finally dropped and it is fully translated. You can check it out on Viz Media or on Shueisha's website. Now, I'm not going to go over the chapter because we already went through that with the Chapter 5 spoilers. There's a lot of greasy stuff, especially that hug at the end, which honestly, I still can't get over, alright? I ain't gonna lie, I feel some stuff on the inside about that hug, alright? It's hitting me different right now, especially the way she runs into his arms and he hugs her back. Bro, it's hitting different, alright? It's hitting different. Now, with that being said, there's a few things I want to go over in this chapter, and that being Boruto's return to the village. You heard that right? Boruto is going to come back to the village and Shikamaru is going to allow him. So upon reading this chapter, we have the conversation between Amado and Sumire. Now, talking between the two, Amado knows his memory's not right. He knows that his memory's been altered. Since he is a scientist, he believes more on physical evidence than he does his own memories. So upon seeing Kawaki and noticing Kawaki's karma has been reconstructed, Amado knows that his memories are not real. And Boruto is not the one who has Akebi's data, but Kawaki is the one who has Akebi's data. Amado is either playing it off where he's tricking Sumire and possibly knows Shikamaru and Sai are watching him, by indirectly saying that I've been affected by omnipotence, but I don't trust my own memories. There's two ways to interpret this scene. The first being that Amado has not been affected by omnipotence and is either an Otsutsuki or he is related to Ida and Damon somehow. The second being that he really has been affected by omnipotence, but since he is a scientist, he's going based off physical evidence rather than his own memories. Now, either way, it's hard to tell if Amado's a friend or foe. Most likely he's gonna be a friend, but we do know he's scheming something, especially with him trying to bring back Kawaki's karma. We knew something was wrong with him from the beginning. But right now, if Amado is telling the truth that his memories are fake, then this most likely plays into the next part, and that being Boruto is gonna come back to the village, and Shikamaru and Sai know that Kawaki is a fake / imposter. They know that he is not Naruto's real son. Now, the thing that gets me with this scene particularly is Sumire. There's two ways to look at this particularly. First being that Sai and Shikamaru are the ones who sent Sumire in there to extract some info on Amado, or the second thing being that Sumire has come in there as a spy and purposely baited Amado into saying what she wanted him to say, and that being that his memories have been altered. Sumire did this on purpose so that Sai and Shikamaru know that Sumire and Sarada aren't insane and that everyone else's memories have been affected. So if you look deeper into this basically plays into Sarada talking to Shikamaru last chapter saying that maybe we should team up with Boruto. Boruto could help us take down Code and possibly the new Grime Claws. So Shikamaru wanted proof that everybody's memories have been altered, and Sumire was sent in to bait Amado. This is the proof that Shikamaru and Sai needed to know that Sarada is telling the truth and that Boruto isn't really the one they're after. He might believe Sarada that Boruto is actually innocent and Kawaki is the imposter, because I think Shikamaru, being a 200 IQ person, knows something's wrong with his memories. Now, we know that Shikamaru isn't a scientist, but just like Sasuke, Shikamaru knows something's wrong with his gut, and he's going with his gut rather than his memories. So him and Sai seeing that Amado knows that something is wrong with his memories only proves that Boruto is innocent and Boruto's right, because now all the pieces are fitting in. Boruto returns to the village to fight against Code and the Claw Grimes. This only means that Boruto came back to protect the village. So in the eyes of everybody, that looks like Boruto wasn't the enemy. He came back to the village to save it from the enemy. Now, this may have ticked something in Shikamaru's brain, thinking, wait a minute, why is Boruto saving us when he's branded a traitor? Like, if we take Sasuke for example, when he went against the village and became a rogue, he didn't care too much about the Hidden Leaf. In this scenario here, Boruto cares about the Hidden Leaf. He came back to protect the Hidden Leaf from Code. So what this all means is that Boruto is going to be allowed back in the village. Shikamaru is going to allow Boruto in by giving him a Hokage pardon. The Hokage is going to allow Boruto back in the village in the terms that he helps them fight Code and the new Claw Grimes. Especially with the new Shinju, shit is getting greasy. They're gonna need all the help they can, because right now Boruto is the strongest. If what Sasuke said in this chapter is true, that nothing will be able to stop Boruto, then Boruto is most likely gonna be the strongest one. And that means that he might be able to fight against Damon as well. I know Damon is strong and everything, but Damon did say to Boruto, come back and fight me again at the end of chapter 80. So most likely Boruto is stronger than Damon, and he is most likely stronger than Kawaki, because think about it, Kawaki hasn't trained in the past 3 years. He's just been chilling around the village doing whatever. First of all, Kawaki could have got lazy. Secondly, Kawaki's solely relying on the karma's power. He's not training himself. He's taking the bypass and the shortcut into using Ishiki's powers. He is using all of Ishiki's experience to fight against Boruto and Code. So as of right now, Boruto is probably probably the strongest person in the verse right now. So with that being said, Boruto is going to be the strongest, and the village is going to need his help in defeating the new enemy. So with all that being said, I think this is all part of Sarada and Sumire's plan to bring Boruto back into the village, because Sarada kept begging Shikamaru over and over for the past 3 years, and this has finally played into it, where Boruto comes back to save the village. Shikamaru and Sai know that Boruto isn't the enemy, and Sumire wanted to confirm Amado's thoughts and have Shikamaru and Sai watching Amado. Shikamaru and Sai are gonna know Kawaki is an imposter because Amado, who was from Kara, made Kawaki's body, because Amado was able to figure out that Kawaki was his own work. Just like an artist who leaves his signs behind indicating that this is his work, the same thing applies to Kawaki, where Kawaki's been modified by somebody and Amado recognizes those modifications being his own. This proves more to Shikamaru and Sai that Kawaki is in fact from Kara, and that all their memories have been altered, and that Sarada is right all along. That Boruto is innocent and Kawaki is the bad guy, and that they should have heard out Boruto before branding him a rogue and a villain. So Kawaki's reality is gonna come falling down in the future. Shit's gonna get serious after that. Now I gotta talk about the hug, alright? Now it isn't what you think it is, but this is more related on chapter 78. Because when this hug takes place, we might see Mitsuki or Kawaki pull up on Boruto and they're gonna interrupt the hug. Now what I think is gonna happen at that moment, Sarada is either gonna defend Boruto against Kawaki or Mitsuki, or Boruto is gonna stand in front of Sarada saying, don't worry, I'll fight against them. Though most likely it's gonna be Sarada, because Sarada went back to back for 3 years trying to clear Boruto's name. She never stopped. So most likely she's gonna defend Boruto against Kawaki and Mitsuki. And this is basically gonna be a reenactment of chapter 78, where Sarada tried protecting Boruto against Kawaki. In this case, now that they're older, she knows she has more power. She's gonna try protecting Boruto from Kawaki. So we're gonna see what the future holds for that. I think Boruto is gonna be granted asylum and a pardon into the village until they defeat Code and Boruto is able to clear his name, because Sarada did want Shikamaru to understand what Boruto went through and to hear Boruto out. But here's the thing, nobody heard Boruto out since he left 3 years ago. So I think now that Boruto's returned, they're gonna hear Boruto's story, and it's finally gonna come out that Kawaki had everybody's memories replaced through Ida. So we're gonna see what juiciness happens in the next few chapters. Oof, my boy is coming back to the village. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about Boruto returning to the village because of Sarada and Sumire. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos to come.